As we move through this series, it'll be 12 different sessions. Each session will build on throughout the series. However, if you miss a live session or 1 week, you can always go back and get that recording. And if you miss one altogether, that's also okay. Each one will be a standalone practice so that you can have a variety of options and find ones or techniques that work best for you. So for this morning, we're going to focus specifically on a gratitude practice. And when you are coming into any of these sessions, I really invite you to find what's most comfortable for you for your position. And for today, I'm going to remain seated. You have the choice to be seated in a comfortable position. If you are in an environment where it makes sense for you to lie down, that would be really impactful for this practice as well. Or you can be standing and just notice your feet on the ground. So whatever works best for you is totally fine. Once you have your position chosen, go ahead and settle in. And what I mean by that is start to feel the sensation of the body resting on whatever foundation it is you've chosen. So if that's seated in a chair, maybe you notice the feet on the floor, backs of the legs against the chair, maybe the back of the torso along the back of the chair, whatever position that works for you. I happen to be seated on the floor, so I can notice my legs, my tailbone being supported on the earth, whatever works for you. Just let the body start to rest and notice its positionality right now. And then once you have that established, you have the option of closing your eyes or not, and that will be the same throughout all of these practices. I will generally be practicing with my eyes closed. I've noticed that works best for me to really connect better with my breath and have less visual distractions. If you are in an environment where you prefer to keep your eyes open, I invite you to find a position with the eyes a little downward cast and just focus your eyes on one item. All right, so today, like I said, we're going to be doing a gratitude practice. So eyes closed, eyes open. The first part of the practice is just going to be noticing the breath. And along with that, whatever sensations you might be feeling now, and that could be physical, emotional, maybe it's the mental quality that you're experiencing right now, or energetic. In doing this as an observer, without judgment, not labeling anything that you notice as good or bad, but just using it as information. So it might be physical sensations that you notice in your fingers or jaw, shoulders, or even hearing the word gratitude that might invoke some sort of emotional sensation. Just notice. And then as you continue to let that breath flow in and out at a comfortable, eased pattern and rhythm for you, let those sensations, those thoughts that you've identified, allow them to float away, becoming less attached to it. It doesn't mean that your mind won't pull back or try to interrupt with other thoughts, and that's totally fine. But for right now, continue to patiently and gently invite your mind back to focusing on the breath. Then notice the first situation. It could be a person, place, or thing that you think of when you remember something for which you feel grateful That might be someone that cared for you. It might be a situation which brought you joy. It might be a place where you feel eased and comfortable. Whatever comes to mind first, when you imagine and remember something for which you are grateful. And there might be many things popping to mind, and that's totally fine. If that's your situation, identify one. And once you have your person, place, or thing for which you feel grateful today, start to notice all of the components, all of the spaces and emotions, sensations. Maybe there's a smell or a sound associated with it.
You lost too much weight, like one.
From there, begin to allow those sensations, whether that's joy, peace, comfort, safety, let them begin to radiate throughout you. Perhaps you're feeling some thankfulness, and you notice a sensation in your heart or chest area. Let that sensation start to radiate through the entire torso, maybe even out into the limbs. As you're doing this, there's actually a physiological response in the body, and you are shifting the hormones that are spreading now throughout the body into each cell, spreading that goodness, the gratitude, the joy, the comfort. And then with each breath, drawing an inhale, imagining those sensations flowing throughout the body. And on an exhale, that sense of gratitude is washing over the heart. Each lengthened inhale, the gratitude spreads. Each slow and extended exhale, it washes over the heart, massaging and soothing it. Knowing that as the heart holds this sensation of gratitude, this memory, this goodness inside you, that it can begin to radiate that feeling and the thoughts and energy of gratitude out beyond your body. And others can begin to recognize that feeling and that attitude of appreciation and gratitude radiating out from you. And it impacts how they are feeling and their hormones and their energy. Set an intention, anything that resonates with you today around the idea of gratitude. How you want to show up for yourself first, and the energy that you will bring to others. Knowing that the idea, the function of gratitude is an emotion, and those emotions cause thoughts, is a mindset. And that mindset creates actions. Take another full lengthened inhale. Letting that intention settle deeply into the core of you. And as you exhale, gently lower the chin towards the chest. Pause here for a moment, and then do that same scan that we did at the very beginning and notice if anything has shifted. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. Either way is just as it's supposed to be. But if you notice that there's anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or energetically different, and especially if it feels like a positive shift for you, know that this same practice can be available in a 10 to 30 second pause at any point multiple times each day. If your eyes are closed, gently blink them open. And then lift the chin and take a moment to reorient yourself in your space. Bring back to mind your intention for the day. And know that as you move forward, you have started your day in a way that best supports your energy.